Very cool vehicle, super classic. I got a job come through, it's 10 minutes away. I think it's about 9 minutes to drop off afterwards. And the job pays £19. But you could also be missing out on the gold mines as well, so you've got to be careful. And they messed up my Uber reservation. They Uber cancelled it and gave it to somebody else, annoyingly. What's going on, people? Saturday. Just going to the petrol station to fuel up. It's 11:46 a.m. I'll be starting my shift real soon, probably in the next 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes max once I fill up. Bristol seems pretty shitty. I'm getting jobs for like 20 minutes, £9.10, 25 minutes, £10.30. It's pretty shit today, I ain't gonna lie. It's Saturday, it doesn't feel like a Saturday. It's just turned 12 o'clock, so hopefully the prices change. The city is 35 minutes, £18.21. This wants me to go to the airport. I'm not gonna lie, I would normally have took it, I ain't gonna lie, but I just took a reservation for 1:15 in Bath, and Bath looks a little bit busier, which it may not be, but the reservation is good. It's an 18-minute trip, £33. So I'm making close to my hours target. And if I get there, you gotta wait 10 minutes when you get there as well, especially if a reservation that you've taken beforehand. You can be waiting there for 10 minutes. But if you're far away from your reservation, what Uber will do is they will make you, say I'm in Bristol, my reservation is 25 minutes away. Like a good 35, 40 minutes like before your job, they'll make you start making your way over there, and you'll be wasting all that time with your driving time. So that will calculate 40 minutes of your driving time. So 40 minutes of my driving time plus 18 minutes of driving to the destination. It means an hour I'll get paid for that 33 minutes. I'm sorry, that £33 will end up being my hour wage on that one. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm in Bath when that job is about to come through, then I'm only gonna get there a few minutes before I need to get the, well, I'm gonna get there before for 10-minute countdown, because you got to be there 10 minutes before. So if the reservation's 1:15, you got to get there for 1:15, and they got till 1:25 to get in the car. So if I'm 10 minutes away before that, it will make me start routing 10 minutes to get there. So I need to be close to my reservation. Do you know what I mean? I need to be close, otherwise I'm wasting a lot of driving time and it's not worth it. So I rather drive towards that area now, because I want to make the most of my 10 hours and get good money today. So I'm driving towards it. And yeah, just gonna see how my time goes in Bath. If it doesn't go too well, I'll just take one of the trips back to Bristol, because it's not too far away. There's plenty of people back and forth from Bath to Bristol. I would like a trip right now from Bristol to Bath, but that's hard to just sit around and wait on. Do you know what I mean? It can come, it could definitely come for sure. It can come when I'm on the way. I've got a reserve job in Bath to somewhere else in Bath. Literally still in Bristol, a few minutes, like literally 2 minutes down the road from where I cut off a second ago. And the job is, oh, it says 17 minutes away. It said 19 minutes like 20 seconds ago, so it's gone down 17 minutes. It's I think it was like 12-minute job or 14-minute job, and the price was £24. So, which is about, you know, 30 or just over 30 minutes. Pickup is for £12.35. Hopefully they get out a little earlier. These are the views you get when you're in Bath. It's beautiful, man. You might think, oh, it's just a ploughed field or whatnot, but telling you, just when you leave the city and you get to see all the greenery, Uber takes you in places you've never been. You know, it's real nice. Real nice. I'm about to go pee over there. Quick update. I did my first reservation trip in Bath. I messaged the person I was picking up to let them know I was on my way. They told me, great, they'll be waiting for me. which allowed me to pick them up like a good at least 10 minutes early, which is nice. They jumped in, had a good conversation. Anyways, I would say always message your reservation, your person who you reserve with or who's reserved you, to let them know that you're on the way, and just say, will you be ready? Say, hi, I'm on my way, I'll be here at this time, will you be ready? You know, always use the word will as well. Just say, don't say can you, because now it's a question. Even though will you be ready is a question, it's either you will or you won't. Do you know what I mean? When you say can, it's like you're pleading with them to do something. When you say will, it's a strong word, you know. Will you take the bins out? Now it's a will I or will I not? Can you take the bins out? Now it's a, oh, I can't be asked. So can you be asked type of question, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I asked, will you be ready? And they were, well, they don't even have to ask, will you be ready? But they were going to be ready anyway. They said so. Normally I'd say, will you be ready? That's what I'll be saying to my next one that's coming up soon. So far, Uber hasn't given me a job after dropping them off. It was a 10-minute drop off. So I spent maybe 30 minutes on that trip. It was 24 quid. So far, I've done 38 minutes of driving. And in that 38 minutes of driving, I've earned £29.84. I would like a job in between now and my next one, but I can tell Uber is not really trying to give it to me. Yeah, they're making me wait, even though I've got half an hour till my next pickup, but obviously they want me there a little early. So really, in my eyes, they should be trying to give me like a 5-10 minute job now. There's probably not any 5-10 minute jobs about. They're probably a little bit longer, which is why it hasn't given me a job as yet. So I myself am driving towards a job. Well, not towards a job, but towards a place where I can get a job. I'm actually 4 minutes away from the 1:15 pickup, which is why Uber's probably trying to keep me in this area. Very cool vehicle, super classic. You know, motorbike with the sidecar and that, you know what I mean? What's that, Wallace and Gromit or something? What was that? I can't even remember what used to use stuff like that. But very cool, very cool. Okay, so it's now 2:23. Bath is busy as hell. It's uni move-in weekends. There are cars everywhere, traffic everywhere. Every job's taking longer to get to. The only thing working in my favor is that all the jobs I've done have been Uber XL and Uber Priority. So it's, you know, I'm getting paid extra for every job, which is nice because no one wants to sit in the traffic for the normal money. But you know, if I could do the jobs in normal time, I'd be making so much more. But, you know, some of the jobs are just equaling up to a fair wage for how long it's been. Unfortunately, I can't check how much driving time I have left while on a job. I'm on a job now. I got another reservation request. It was 20 minutes away. I believe the actual job's probably like 15 minutes as well, and it was a £33 reservation. 2 hours 20. 2 hours 20 into my day. How much have I made so far in 2 hours 20? 83.28. It doesn't sound like £40 an hour. I need to double check though. I need to double check exactly how long it's been. It's hard to see when you haven't got, when it doesn't allow you. So I'll double check. But I think I'm very close to target anyway, because I'm on a job. I'm gonna get £33 for that in the next 30 minutes. So I'll be close to 120 within in under 3 hours. So I'm on target for sure. So I just want to show you guys some of the views out in Bath. Why it's just so beautiful, why it's so amazing. Just, I mean, a lot of cars in the way now, but look at it. what you can see through the gaps anyway. It's very hilly, it's very green, and you just get to, it just looks so peaceful and tranquil, even though you're working. It's better than seeing built up cities and people all day long. Even though I enjoy living in a city. I think I'd enjoy living out somewhere like this more, but I'd be much lazier in a place like this, that's for sure. Just got a £2 tip, that's nice. Just dropped off my last customers. My third reserve trip for today. I can see I've done how much hours of driving? 2 hours and 31 minutes. It is now 2:51 p.m. and I've earned £119.18. I've had a few jobs come in while I was driving, but they weren't too good. I'm gonna make my way into Bath now. Man, the map looks really healthy, you know? Let me show you. But the money is not healthy from some of the jobs they're offering me. Maybe because I'm too far away. So my plan worked out. Less than a minute from where I just was. I got a job come through. It's 10 minutes away. I think it's about 9 minutes to drop off afterwards. And the job pays £19. It's a surge price job. So I just needed to get a little bit closer to get the right surge price. Happy I did it. A job came in right before. It was £34 for 54 minutes. I contemplated for a minute because it wasn't the £40 an hour I rejected it. And that's the only reason why I rejected it. Otherwise, it looked enticing, do you know what I mean? On a normal day, I would have took that one, but because it's a Saturday and it's one of the busiest days, and I know there's a ton of Uber XL jobs out there, I rejected it. Sometimes sticking to your guns when it's busy is good. Sometimes finishing a job you're on completely before you select another job is good as well, because while you're on it, you're getting all these cheap prices. You can't see that the areas in surge, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they're offering you surge pricing when you're driving on a job. So they're saying, oh, it's 10 minutes to the person, 10 minutes to drop off, and they're offering you £10.50. And you're like, how is that surge? Do you know what I mean? And then when you come off the job, you get another job that's 8 minutes to the place, 12 minutes to drop off, so 20 minutes again. But they're offering you £14.50. So like this one's £18 something. Like the surge is the correct price. You're getting the right surge price. So being on a job, if you can't, basically, you can't do your homework, you can't see what the map is like, you're gonna get jobs anyway. Sometimes you might get offered a job that's too good to refuse while you're on a job, or you want to be safe, or you might see a priority job. It's a 12-minute job priority, they're paying £8.50. You're like, you go with it, do you know what I mean? Just to keep it moving. But you could also be missing out on the gold mines as well, so you gotta be careful. So I'm about 3 hours in now. £145.79. Did a nice surge job, and did a little Uber XL job. It was a 6-minute trip, turned into like 10, but it was £8 for it. Wasn't too bad. Got another Uber XL reservation, 17 minutes away, 7.7 miles. The job pays £34. So, you know, decent. I believe the trip back is about 15 minutes as well. I believe it's out of Bath and back. I'm going just outside of Bath to collect them and bringing them just back into Bath. So it's a lot of Uber XL reservations today. The Uber XL reservation is for a pickup at, what time? 3:45. I will get there at 3:47, so there shouldn't be any waiting around as well. Okay, I can imagine about 6 hours into my shift. Can't really check the driving time because I've just been getting jobs non-stop, mainly concentrating on the XLs. Just picked up an XL job, it's 12 minutes away. The actual customer probably wants to travel for about 30 minutes as well. It's like 42 minutes. What was the payment for it? It's a couple stops as well. £31, which isn't great. When it comes to, see, when you do Uber X, yeah, if the job is kind of far away from you, Uber kind of tops up the price or makes the person pay more, I don't know, but for you to come and get them. So it's like, if someone's 10 minutes away and the job's 10 minutes, the job's gonna be about £10 or whatnot. But this £31 for the 30-minute trip, or plus it's like 42 minutes. That's how much I would get if I was sitting right next to the person that did the job in the first place and I didn't have to drive to them for 12 minutes. So there's something with the Uber XL and any other thing actually, anything except Uber X, you're not getting the payment to go there for some reason. All right, so I have 3 hours and 19 minutes of driving time left, and I'm at £293 currently. What's going on, people? It's 10:43. I got 10 minutes of driving time left on my last job. Annoyingly, I had a reservation for the last job. It was for 10:30. Uber gave me a customer at like 10:15, and normally you gotta start making your way there, like obviously like from then really. They gave me a customer at 10:15. This, through 4 women, one of them decided that they weren't gonna come to the car with the group and go get some chips. Going around the corner waiting for this person to get chips. Literally, they took 2 minutes too long and they messed up my Uber reservation. Uber cancelled it and gave it to somebody else, annoyingly. The funny thing is as well, the other person wouldn't have got there sooner than I would as well. Like, I mean, maybe 1 minute, but it's, you know, so annoying. But it's not Uber's fault. It's the woman's fault. It kind of is Uber's fault a little bit for giving me a job so tight. Normally they don't give me a job, they make me wait around. But yeah, so annoying, so annoying. And that job as well, I'm in Bath still, so that job would have took me back to Yate, which is, I guess, a little bit closer to home, you know. And it was a £35 job for 20 minutes, you know. That was ideal for me on my last job. Annoying, annoying. You know, the woman gave me a £10 tip cash, which is nice of her, but you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't get me home. It doesn't get me closer to home. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't give me the extra 30 quid. Like, I'm out here planning, not even my last 20-30 minutes. I'm just having to try and take the best jobs I can. Obviously trying to get jobs back to Bristol as well. Yeah, me thanks to man like Karim as well. I just picked up Karim. He's from Kazakhstan. Taught me a little bit about it underneath Russia. Told me that it's not really a religious country, but 60% are Muslim, even though the country's name ends with Stan and it's under USSR. So, you know, Russia's basically under Russia's control technically, I guess. Or I need to research what USSR really is before I, you know, spout what I'm spouting right now. So apologies if I'm wrong. So I'm gonna do a little Googling on all that. You know, his was a priority trip. He paid £9 to literally go 12 minutes. And then he just gave me a £2 tip as well. So, you know, we had a good conversation though, man. You know, his first thing, he jumped in, he hears my accent talking like this. He knows I'm English by nationality, I guess, or by accent. But he's like, when did you come to this country? And I'm not gonna lie, I liked that question, because a lot of people over here are from all over the world in England. They're from all over the world, but they really consider themselves English, when in reality we're not English. We're not English. Like, we're our nationality is British, but nothing about us is English. Like, who labeled us that? English people are English, yeah. Jamaican people are Jamaican, yeah. Italian people are Italian. But you don't have a Chinese person in Italy and say that Chinese person is Italian. And you'll never say that Chinese person is Italian, no matter what generation they are. Whether their grandparents were born in Italy and their mum was born in Italy and they're born in Italy, that Chinese person still isn't Italian, but they have an Italian nationality. But they are not an Italian person. They are still always and always will be a Chinese person, which is absolutely fine. It's okay to actually belong somewhere else, but call home where you're at, which is completely different. It's okay, absolutely okay. But I'm on my way to my last pickup. I just took a Uber XL Still, it's a pick up in Bath and a drop to Bath. And £419 and 8 pence. The last couple hours weren't as fruitful as I'd like it to be. Not as fruitful I like it to be at all. So yeah, £419 and 8 pence. The last job is like a £21 job or something like that, 15 minutes. Then I gotta make my way back to Bristol because I'll be out of driving time. Hopefully Uber give me another job while I'm on that job. And I hope that job that they give me while I'm on that job is to Bristol. I hope so, you know. Sometimes it works in mysterious ways. Trust me. One time I was in Trowbridge wanting to get back to Bristol, and I was just driving back to Bristol. I was just leaving Trowbridge, and then boom, there's a job a few minutes behind me to Bath. I took that job. On the way to Bath, dropping them off. Boom, another job from Bath to Bristol. So today, what have we done today? We've done 10 hours and 27 minutes. I don't know how I did 10 hours, 27 minutes. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Thought I would have did like 10 hours, 17 minutes. Definitely a bit weird. I don't know how I went over by that much. Because my last job wasn't 27 minutes over. But I've earned £440. So that's £440 in 10 hours, 27. I've completed 33 trips today. Earned myself 40 points just to keep my my platinum score. The platinum score, with platinum score, you get things like free MOT. Not that I'd ever use it. Because I don't trust any other garage than the one I used, you know what I mean? You go to a free MOT and all of a sudden you got all these things wrong with your car you're paying for. Also, you get things like free breakdown cover, which also, again, I don't use because I have my own breakdown cover that covers me as a person, because I don't just have this vehicle. I have actually multiple vehicles, and I want to be covered in anybody's vehicle that I drive also.